Hey, I'm Chloe Joseph, and this is In Other News, The Living Room. So a couple of facts about me. I have 5 siblings. I'm the oldest, even though my brother acts like he's the oldest, but he's not, I am. And I have 2 brothers and I have 3 sisters. I also am going skydiving in a couple of weeks. I'm really, really excited, but it's indoor because I'm not going outside in no plane. That's not going to happen. I'm a bit scared. I might wet myself, to be honest with you. Really, so I'd just rather not go there. And then I lived in America actually for 3 years, and I went to school. So I did the whole school bus. Yes, I did. It is orange. I did wear my old school uniform. I didn't wear no school uniform actually, because I got to wear my own clothes, which was cool, but quite annoying because if you don't have enough clothes, you're in a bit of trouble. So yeah. So a typical day usually consists of me going to uni. At the moment, I'm studying therapeutic psychology. I've just ended actually, so I'm really happy. I don't think you understand actually. I could do cartwheels, but I won't. But I'm genuinely happy that I've submitted all my stuff now. But yeah, so I do therapeutic psychology, and basically it's just learning about counselling and therapy and different models. Yeah, so I've got another year to go, pray for me. And I still have to do a master's, which is 3 years. So I need additional prayers, I really do. But yeah, so I really, really enjoy that. So that's one of my days, and usually when I'm not at uni, I have a wash day. So that means I'm at home all day doing my hair. And now that the sun is out, I have to be very strategic about that wash day because I don't want to miss the sun in London. So yeah, those are usually like typical days, and in my spare time, I really want to say to you guys that, you know, I like to go to the theatre. That doesn't happen. It really doesn't happen. Or, you know, like go to the spa. That doesn't happen either. But I just usually chill out with friends. Yeah, just have a good time and eat food. So Empowerment Prayers is a platform that I have, and that started with me sending out prayers via WhatsApp. And what that was about was literally just that, me sending out prayers, encouragement. Had like prayer reflections, sometimes scriptures, sometimes it could be a poem that I had written. And I did that, yeah, via WhatsApp, and that got really, really big. You know, when it's 6 a.m. and you have to start sending out to the whole entire phone book. Yeah, one day I was like, this is long. It's now 7 o'clock and I'm still sending WhatsApps, and I should be dressed to leave my house for university. Yeah, I had to stop that. So I sent out a WhatsApp basically just saying I'm going to start a new platform, and I started to blog, and that was the birth of Empowerment Prayers. That's also on Instagram, and it has a Facebook account. But yeah, literally I started to blog and write more like devotional, motivational stuff, and I put like prayer reflections at the bottom of it just to help people, yeah, communicate. And you know, this whole thing about this, you know, power in your words, and you know, you create what you want to happen basically. So with that, yeah, Empowerment Prayers was birthed. It has many platforms, and out of that came a book. Get a good look, yeah? This is what I've published, guys. I'm so really, really excited. And basically with this, I wanted to encourage children to pray, to communicate with God. It's something that I do a lot. I'm a Christian, so it's about my faith, and it's something that I do every day. It's been instilled in me, and I just thought that it'd be something really, really good to do for children. But funny enough, this wasn't the first idea. The idea was to do one for adults, which had prayer motivations and things to encourage people about their day. And as I said, I do that in my blogs, but I wanted to do it in book form for adults because there was so much people that was really enjoying the prayers. People were sending them on, and I didn't even realize the impact that it was actually having on people. And one day I just thought, you know what, actually it would be good to do something for children. And with that, yeah, this was birthed. It's taken me a very long time though. This has probably taken me 5 years to do, since sending them out on WhatsApp to actually having a book here today for children to read. And in the book, I'm going to show you, without my tea dropping, that there's a section that actually children can write their own prayers. And there's a big enough space that you can, yeah, even draw your own prayers if you wanted to. So my passion for writing, if I'm really honest with you, I didn't have no passion to write. I didn't have no passion to write or a passion to read, to be very honest with you. What had happened was, a friend actually one day told me to get a diary and like just journal, like write about your day, write about how you feel, good or bad. And from that, I had a passion about writing, and I used to come home and like sit, reflect, write on my day, good or bad. And that is how I actually began to write. And from that, I started to send out prayers via WhatsApp and now have a book. But in all honesty, I didn't really have a passion for writing. You know, like some people, they grow up and they're like, yeah, I want to write for the stars and I want to write for this one, and, you know, go to uni and do journalism. No, that didn't happen for me. So I would say, in actual fact, writing discovered me. I didn't discover it. So yeah. So the process of me publishing my book was, if I'm really honest with you, I really did this process like pay as you go. I always tell people it was pay as you go. When I got to a step, I asked people what's the next step to do, and then I did the next step. In saying that, the process was quite long for me because I wasn't sure if I was gonna do the whole traditional route and find an agent and go that way and be published, or if I wanted to do it myself. Long and behold, I did it myself. So I kind of thought of a name, what I would want for my publishing company, or if I wanted to become that later on, what I would want. And I decided on Green Shoot, and that's just because my name Chloe means the fair shoot of a herb, or like of a plant. And with that, I just thought anything that represents green shoot, it will have to flourish and grow in that sense, with the right, you know, things around it. And so yeah, with that I came up with a logo, the name of what I wanted it to be, and I also used the resources around me. So in that sense, I got someone to read over my prayers, look over them to make sure that they flowed, that they were okay, that they were child friendly. I also then got some children to read the prayers in the book. So for instance, there is like, an example is like the morning prayer, for instance. I got children in the age bracket between 4 to 10 to read this prayer, look at the pictures, tell me what they think of it, really get an idea for my age group, if they were gonna like the actual book, the actual content of it, the pictures. And with doing that, yeah, it's really about having the money to do these things as well. So yeah, like I haven't worked consistently throughout this process. So I've worked, I haven't worked, I've been on job seekers allowance, and from that process I've literally used what I've had to like shut my eye and just go for it. Once the book is all done and formatted, you have to get someone to put it in format, and then you just really take it to the printers and you get it printed. So that was my process into publishing it. At the moment it's not on Amazon, but as I said, I'm doing it like step by step. So now my next steps are to get it on Amazon and those other things. But you find other people do it differently, and you'll find most people, when they have their book and they're self-published, they make sure it's on Amazon and all the right online websites that it's available on. Because I'm really doing it like step by step, I'm probably behind in that sense, but that's my next step to do. So yeah, it's more of a process and making sure you have the funds. It is not a cheap thing to do, but it is doable. So don't ever think that, oh my gosh, it's so big and it can't be done. And one advice actually that I would tell you is speak to people around you. One thing I did, I wasn't sure to share my dream or to share what I'm doing with people, and in actual fact that probably helped me the most with this process in publishing the book. I didn't know anybody that could put my book together, and usually you have to pay someone to put your book together, and depending on how big the book is depending on how much you're going to pay. Some people, and now everyone's doing this, the first 10 pages cost this much, and anything after that, and you're just like, really, what does that mean, type of thing. Like I said, because I wasn't working, I left it. And literally, because there's a guy in my church, he does like what you do, he does media, and he's quite like really good at like with computers and like figuring certain things out. He literally put it in InDesign. I knew that I could put my book together myself in InDesign. I didn't know blah blah blah. Nor can I read directions in that capacity to know how to do it. Like, you just have to know your strengths. That is not my strength. And honestly, yeah, he put it together for me for free, like literally. And then he sent it off to the printers and I paid for it. So if he didn't do that, I probably wouldn't be here today, because then I would have had to pay somebody to do that, then pay for it to be printed. The most fun, I think, has been like conversations with my friends and like just the jokes. So a really big boo-boo that I've done here. I know this is like, don't tell the world. So if this goes viral, please, like, keep it quiet. I've deleted my manuscript. So I had to call my friend that put my book together, and I was like, oh, I've deleted. He's like, sorry? You've what? So now, yeah, because I actually like want to go on Amazon, I have to wait, because I have no manuscript, so I have nothing to upload anywhere. So yeah, that's been a bit of fun. Not fun, but fun, because the conversations that we have, it's just like, really. Even up to yesterday, he can't get over the fact that I've deleted it, and I'm in a lot of trouble, but it's gonna get better. No, that's been fun. The whole thing has been fun, if I'm really honest with you. I've enjoyed it. I've had lows, I've had highs, but in all, I think the funness has been people commenting and people buying it and actually enjoying it. And I think I've blown my expectations. I didn't think it was going to be like this good. It's good, but yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that good, to be honest with you. I like to have like low expectations, so that when it goes boom, you're like, But when you're up here and then people bring you back down to reality, and you're like, oh, and you thought it was good and it weren't really that good. So I'm happy that people are really enjoying it, and all the tweets and people are telling me like, oh, my kid's really enjoying it. A great testimony that I had is one of my friends actually, and her son was having not a great day, and her son was like, we need to go home, I need to read the book, Mom, where's my prayer book, don't you ever put it somewhere I can't find it. And he was like apparently really distressed, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, didn't get it on film for me, so I can put it up. She was like, no, and I was just like, great. But so it's things like that you hear and you just think, yeah, even if it impacted one person, I've done my job basically. So I'm really happy with it. So, my favourite my favourite Bible verse that I love, I actually find it very hard to live by, but I love it, because if you genuinely live by this, you will be fine. And it's Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6, and it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. And I love that, because if you'd have told me, even as a child, I would be a writer, I would have laughed at you and said whatever. Because like I said, I didn't like to write. I don't like reading. I mean, I read now because you have to, and it gives you knowledge and it gives you understanding. But I find it difficult. I'm dyslexic, so I find those things difficult to do. But reading the scripture, it really does give me hope and an understanding that if I trust in God, he will direct my path. And it's funny that today I am a published author. I am at university, and these are the things that I've told people before. I don't want to go to university. It's not like I want to be a doctor where I need you need to go to university if you want to be a doctor. Don't think you can be like, you know, yeah, I've got character. That's not going to help nobody. Go to university. But, you know, I just thought I didn't need it. You know, character, skin your teeth, you know. Yeah, not everyday education. You know, you've had education all your life. I wanted a break. No, I'm 29 and I'm in university, you know, writing those essays. So it just goes to show you that when you trust in God, He takes you on a journey, and this is my journey. And yeah, so I love this scripture because it just reminds me that if I trust in Him, He'll take care of me, He'll lead my footsteps, and He has. Being Chloe Joseph is passionate, I'm vibrant, you know, I think I'm, you know, blossoming, you know, like a nice flower like my hair. You know, fun, afternoon tea is Chloe Joseph. I absolutely adore it. Yeah, you know what, I'm passionate, I love to communicate, I love to write, I love music. I just love to enjoy life, to be honest with you. My family think I'm quite airy-fairy, but I don't care. Like, I just genuinely, yeah, enjoy life. I enjoy growth, knowledge. I enjoy God. I enjoy my faith. Yeah, I enjoy children. I just think like I'm really a big kid, to be honest with you, in an adult body. And yeah, I'm a cool kid, man. That's what I think personally. So to end, I am Chloe Joseph, and this is In Other News, the living room, not living room session, the living room.
That a seed would be planted and that it would just grow and flourish, and that you would engage in communicating with God through whichever way you like.
My first 10 prayers.
Keep me safe through the night and be with me at all times.